I just realized my mic wasn't on. It's always something. It's literally always something. Uh, what did I literally just sat down with something and immediately lost it. There it is. Can't even remember what we were doing. Ask about Ruby in the village. Oh yeah, I can't do that until Wednesday. So I need to do other stuff. And the number on the victim's armor? I already I already know who it is. So that's kind of useless to me at this point. Uh Ask him about the case. Track down my badge. Yeah, I still don't know where that is. You put the clothes in the trash. I don't I don't know if I care. Actually no, they did, I think. Sing karaoke. Get a hollow of a sad song. Get a reality lowdown. Smoker on the balcony. Oh yeah. Kind of forgot about him. He's kind of useless at this point. Book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. What?
There must be another
Ah,
way into the building.
Jesus Christ. Tim, I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Do it again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Hold on, who am I talking
Doesn't
to?
matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
But I am police.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
What? But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door with the smoker. You already were there. Didn't work.
Hey, are you there? I've checked the backyard, but couldn't
Good.
get in that
We
way.
had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Roll them dice.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
And the non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential
I
prosecution.
know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses.
Uh-oh. I don't have my
I don't
badge.
care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Give me a moment.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Nope. And the policeman asks you to open the door. Sure you don't want to see my badge. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Red spots appearing on her
Now,
cheeks.
what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the
Literally to
cleaning
get
lady.
inside.
She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
I don't know, Rhetoric.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Alright. Well,
Thank
this is
you.
definitely the
We should
evening.
go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Oh, yeah. Who are
I'm
you?
No one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
You live here?
If you could call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's
Oh.
barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
I don't think...
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Oh, I'm off then. Money. And shoes? There's money in the shoes. Perfect. Balcony. What did mine give me? -1 drama, +1 visual calculus. This gives me +1 logic, but -1 authority. I think I need the visual calculus. I think that's been incredibly helpful. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Old shoe rack, boots and sneakers, and old slippers. The shoes come in 3 different sizes. I'm in number 12. So I need to go up to the balcony. Night is falling on the city. I need to hurry up then. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Someone's throwing rosemary. From in 29. Number 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Buoyant?
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Or it was
Number
available.
28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one
knock.
answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should
What?
return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Alright.
Tonight at 9 p.m., right here, apartment number 28.
Can I change it to where, because they're clearly saying 9 p.m., but the thing is saying 21. And that is messing with me hardcore. But I don't think... Everything except narration. Only voice introductions. Okay, well. Full is the better way to go. I know there's no way to fix that, so screw me, I guess. Paint can with 15 cents. I have 31 real. I'm doing quite well. Hell? A 5-pointed star.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Look, Kim. Communists.
I'll keep my armistice handy, detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun.
Inspect
the
the
star
symbol.
and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star
To
upside
symbolize the toppling of the old order.
down? Oh.
Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Oh, well. That's convenient then. Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
Alright, fair enough. What does it evoke in me?
Smug superiority, aesthetic musings. The triumph of capital is undeniable. But maybe the guns were sort of cool. Revolutionaries had loads of guns.
What? Don't mind if I just steal your postcard. The mailbox is overflowing. Well, that room is right by the seaside, so I don't see why it wouldn't be the sound of waves crashing. What's up there? Oh yeah, painter lady. Door's locked, you can't get in. Sure's new, someone lives back there. Weird. What? Kim, how did you do this? The door is unopenable. How did you... Well, Kim's a wizard. Okay, Kim. Now you're just showing off. Why are you melding with the building? Kim, please.
Ooh,
You.
the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't
Yeah,
think
I
you
know,
could do
impressive,
that with
bro.
hooves. But here you are.
What behooves me? That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
That heavy fuel oil.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for
Something
you.
to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
I literally haven't drove a single time, so that doesn't mean anything to me. We want to talk about the murder Maybe you could tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
Isn't armor art? Art of the body?
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza.
Wow.
Have a good time.
Got it.
Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that. You look like a shaggy dog left in the rain for too long. I have a weakness for animals.
That's fair. Where to go next? Should I get a reality rundown? I don't know if that's even worthwhile.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
The tourist attraction
There was a
doing here?
revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrard Skler's doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Cool. I dig organized crime. It's the best. Can we do something
We
about
should
it?
have done something about the Union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Suppose so.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry, different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
Did the shot have come from there and entered the window upstairs in the
Can you
living
tell?
rooms?
From this distance? I don't think it's possible.
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way and waves cut into the islet.
Some ruins of some
Really?
kind.
I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Fair enough. I guess it would be extremely hard to make a shot like that. Either we're dealing with real professionals or something else is happening. Oh yeah, the junk monger. Pawn shop. What you got
Hello
for me?
again. How can I help you?
Roll them
Okay.
dice.
He definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of sensations to get to the answer. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Anything else
A typical
cool
Martinez
selling?
streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
No. Unfortunately not. Water lock out of order until Wednesday. Oh, okay, yeah. That's... Butter side sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
Up.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
How the hell? Look at the roof.
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Why? Look at the crater.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers.
One of my thoughts finished. Look at the sloping metal.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp.
Broken posts.
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then
I was gonna say it was... I was gonna say this is the lady driver, but it literally can't be. We have her car. And the keys to her car, so there's no way. Look at the sign.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently. Within the past 72 hours.
Oh. The opposite bank.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What model? What was the model of the Phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
Capri 40?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
Why the last couple? Cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers. Why? Why the Linnea G22?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long. You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis. Indirect modes of taxation.
I forgot I was thinking about
Turns out, those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
What? Ultra-liberal dialogue options give you +1 real, -1 empathy. Thinks he's a hustler or something.
Any theories about what happened here?
Hot shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand. Looks like someone was in a real hurry.
What kind of car do you think it was?
I think it was a Caprice 40.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I have some ideas. Had to have been real cool and courageous. Was someone dangerous? Probably. How connected to the murder?
Traffic hooliganism? I hope not. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
We should bring this driver to justice.
If we must.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this, the lieutenant consoles himself.
Well, that's fine. Because I believe in me. Even if Kim doesn't. Oh yeah, I need to remove this. And probably this now. Because... yeah, this doesn't... I don't like the -1 to empathy. My empathy's already low enough as it is. And why is my subtle fare at 2? Oh, because I'm -2 from items. I guess I need different pants. And different shoes. Just need more clothes. Kinda why I was hoping the guy would have some for me, but he did not. Find the traffic hooligan. Mirror? Near the wall. I forgot that it gave you a tracking of all the different stat checks. I want to go see if I can do that conceptualization one, even though it's rated legendary. I want to see if I can do it. And I still have no idea where my badge is. Wait a minute. Went to the village. See you there, officer. Okay. Well, fiddlesticks. I can't even get a rundown from Joyce. What the hell am I supposed to do with my life? Smoker on the balcony. Yeah. Victim's tattoos. Ask Kuno. I guess I can ask Kuno. I kinda don't want to talk to Kuno. I'm gonna be honest. Question. Told you she can't talk about him now, but you need specifics. Collide? Ask later when she's collected herself? And southwest across the canal. I literally can't even get there yet. That's Ruby. Oh yeah, I need to go. That's my main suspect, is Ruby. Wait, is that the one on the... Am I crazy? Is that her? I'm like 90% sure that that's her. I have to talk to Kuno. I don't want to talk to Kuno. Nothing's forcing me to talk to Kuno, so I'm not even gonna bother. Ask you about
Can I
literally
help
anything?
you?
I think I already paid it, so I'm not even worried about tonight.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Oh, wait a second. Do I have the tools? Right. Yeah, chain cutters.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
Oh, but I give
a
myself the
mirror
best
hangs on the
possible
bathroom
chances.
wall.
Roll them
The faucet
dice.
is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place.
Hell yeah.
You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror
Okay,
begins to clear
narrator.
slowly without you having to wipe it.
I still don't think I can.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Oh well. Wait a second.
The window stands broken in its... You see some lights shimmering outside.
No. I thought there might have been something there.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Yes.
The fan stands still. The lights are on.
Okay. At least that didn't actually take a health point off. I would have been highly disappointed.
You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That ruby of yours?
Yeah.
Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Clasia. It was nice and ruby-centric in the end.
What do you mean?
Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash?
Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast. The footprints in the pinball workshop didn't fit with the odd soul's prints.
No, they didn't.
So far, no one has mentioned hearing the
Notice
shot.
how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you.
That's true. I didn't even question that. That's a good point, Volition. The bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast.
It could have come from anywhere, but you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof, lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further.
You know what? I think you're wrong, Logic. I think I need to question her a bit more. She might have more information. See the yard below.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Oh, look, the
Pharmaceuticals
medication.
line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
What an odd collection.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Nacra, opioid antagonist.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Hmm.
Among
That's
some
pill
foreign,
sheets.
probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
What's so exciting about this orange
It's
bottle?
speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They
Ah,
call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Lieutenant, I also see a brand called
Preptide,
Preptide.
a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Oh, don't need it. Closed cabinet.
This medicine
But I wanna
cabinet
look at
is
the-
stocked. It's
I
been
wanna look at
used
the
quite a
toothbrush.
lot.
Okay.
This medicine cabinet, there it is. The orange sun wearing blister pack.
Old Kim
You feel
about to
almost.
take
The
implants.
lieutenant looks toward the door as if he didn't see you pilfer. That sweet prep time. Who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? Here comes the afterburner.
I mean, I'm not gonna use it, so. Direct psyche, -1 morale. All right,
Officer,
more questions.
what brings you up here in the rain?
What? Wait, what if isn't something is removing my. Let's do this instead. Maybe that'll help?
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Why do I feel like you've won?
I
here?
really don't know, sir. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time.
It's turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions.
Clearly, I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone? I mean, I'm stuck in Martinez just like all of us. I've been up here for I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility.
Turned out well enough. What are you contained for then?
For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on.
Something seems off about the stereotype.
I don't know what to say.
About Ruby. All seems fortuitous for you.
None of this is fortuitous for me.
This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect.
Did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then? What I managed was to get him killed. I understand that.
The lieutenant looks away, over the railing. She nods, slowly. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous. We are still wide awake and staring into an archipelago of truths.
Come
Scandalous
on.
facts she shared, omitted nothing, even if it casts her as a demimonde with sexually lax morals.
Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less than
Who is
truly
this
illegal?
personhood picking these seditious options? Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent? Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Here I thought. Here I thought. Actually, if this gives me +1 NC. Oh no. Oh, it's -1 authority. Please give me authority. No. That doesn't help. I need different pants. That's what I need. And different shoes. Well, that didn't help.
Two neon-lit shapes.
Yeah. Nothing I can do there. I don't really feel like talking to the Hardy Boys. Maybe there's something I can do over here? Is there anything to
The
do with
already
this?
familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you.
No. I don't need to pay 10 cents for nothing. I don't gain anything out of that. As far as I'm aware, anyway.
A rusting control panel.
Oh yeah, I already used it to get this thing down. A rhetoric open a door.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer.
Is there something I can do with Everard? No, there's not really a whole lot that I want to do with Everard. Take the real.
Mr. Dubois, every worker
It's an organ in the great state organism of war. Also looks just like me. Every worker for himself.
Eh? Why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today?
We go over a few details concerning the murder again. Turns out the strikers were being served an alcoholic brew. I've stopped this madness.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew? Stronger? Stopped it? Strike? I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
I've investigated the local drug
yes.
trade.
Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit, clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
I met
Oh,
Joyce.
that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just
We're all
pals?
trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you find your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
I have been to the previous
What do
negotiator.
you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
I see. Are you sure? I find it a
I'm
little
just a
odd.
nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Okay then, positive emotions it is. You like positive emotions.
Shut up, electrochemistry. You're not helping. I told Joyce
It's
that I met
perfectly
you.
okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
You cannot but notice the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations is actually pleasing, Everard.
Sounds like you want me to tell her about our
No,
conversations.
Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a
see.
lot of bad things about the Debarders Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind.
Hmm.
Sure, he thinks. It's about transparency.
Why haven't you let
If she
her in to
actually
see
wants
you?
to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Alright.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest
You
in what
want
she is
me
doing,
to,
but I
which
myself
is
have nothing
odd.
to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy.
I'll
Just
believe
remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Changed my mind about the signatures. I don't think I have. The gun would be nice, but I don't want to work forever.
Most
Go over a few
certainly, Harry.
details.
Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping
How
company?
do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
The name? Maybe I should keep that to myself.
Absolutely, Harry. By all means, Harry. What's on your...
At least it's almost 9. Tim,
Yes?
tell me about the
What
case.
do you want to know?
What did your preliminary information say about it?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you?
Sure.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They, classier as we've come to suspect, didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Hide themselves.
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
Yes. Would you say this is a mysterious case? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything. You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Papa?
It's just stupidity.
What
The
kind?
cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here, and now it's come to its natural conclusion.
The struggle is over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
To work closer with. Okay, fair enough, Kim. I know what this says about me, that I was sent by my station. I sent to teach you a lesson in style. Only one conclusion. I am the finest. A case-solving machine sent to outperform you in every way. Must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Probably have an unbelievable kill. No, I know my kill count. It's 2. Sent you
Okay,
to teach a lesson.
style
in
me.
style.
It's impossible to tell whether he's serious or joking.
Should ease up a bit. You need more
No,
looseness.
I don't. I used to. Plain clothes did the trick. For both of us, it seems. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move.
So you volunteered to spoil?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
What's special about
Martinez.
Martinez?
Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Okay, enough about the
Yes, it's
competition.
a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
I did the 41st sentence.
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Yeah, that makes more sense than the other stuff I
Just
thought of.
think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
Tim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck-up, like, as a joke?
I've considered it.
So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why is
I
that?
checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
You really see me as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Aww. That might be the sweetest thing Kim has ever said to me. Yes, I want to forget that thought, because that was not fun. I forget what it even got me. I forgot what that did for me. I don't know. I remember it was annoying to have. That's most important. I remember it was only like minuses to my stats. Whichever ones they were, I can't remember. Kind of waiting for the game to open up now. I have anything to discuss
Hello,
with you?
Wonderman. How can I help you?
Sure, why not? I'll tell him
The
about that.
janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Stanley represented antiquated social values. See how we're all busy concentrating on the racist mugs? That's what the ruling class wants? What the what? Oh, such a funny mug collection. Can't be that bad. No. All I'm saying is he had a lot of mugs. Here, go
Like
with
I
that
said
one.
before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Do you know anything about the Hardy
Los
Boys?
Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
I mean, from his perspective, that might make perfect
Come on.
sense.
He's just trying to keep the peace.
Yeah. And
The
let it
man
go.
whispers a jaunty tune, a coastal breeze.
Why
ruffled.
are
We're
you
negotiating
striking
our share.
your
Aye.
sheriff? Wait, so not wages or pensions?
This stuff,
Or
they already covered.
at least you got benefits, that's something. How much you feed the wolf? Can you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people have. No, go
It's
with
not
this one.
enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
A larger share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Bossman Everard, what can you
I
tell
think
me
it's
about
best
it?
you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union
I guess
entail?
you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
The desk seemed lavish
He
to
is
me.
reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
Not you, you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Are you a
No.
communist?
I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all.
Sure.
Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
And take what's not yours. I don't have anything to add to that.
A none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that.
Seemed like you spent a lot of time thinking about the political
Sure.
situation.
I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes
Fair
together
enough.
now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool, that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Maybe I am?
No,
What if...
no. The man sits on the railing.
Well,
his
that's
hands
rude,
reaching far and wide,
encyclopedia.
Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be, an endless torrent of time.
Maybe I should look over Ruby's car again.
A lorry, the smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. The pull-out tool, you close the...
Oh. Nothing new there. Backyard wall? Wait, oh, it probably means on the other side. Thinking about it, I'm not even sure he gave me anything useful. I just realized
an
doing the
ordinary wall.
Everard thing.
Nothing to see here.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
Because I want to, Kim. Yeah, I just need time to pass, really. Is there a way to... cabinet, click save. Time passes when picking new dialogue options, read books to pass times quicker. Oh. Okay. Maybe I can actually pick out a
A
book.
small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all.
Oh, I don't need one of those.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see, the crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate
whatever
the
you say,
excitement of police
narrator.
work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead end. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen
that's
and
what
the
they...
Murder in the
I
Orchard.
just remembered
The
that's what they
sordid
called
affair
me.
of Dick
Was
Mullen.
Dick Mullen.
A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Mullen dies?
Turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Oh, are there any more?
Yes, there's also the dame who
Oh my God,
tragedy
I don't.
calls for Dick Mullen.
No,
After all
stop.
this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Yeah, who is
Your
Dick
attempt to
Mullen?
grasp at the answer fails.
Dang it.
It's
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should
Apparent.
buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Note, reading about Dick Mullen would not actually make you a better detective.
Thank you, Logic. Yeah, I couldn't have figured that one out.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
I just... Tome of
The plaque
what?
on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names. Browsing
Okay.
through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, A particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography.
What does
Next
this have to do with
Rivasholian radio
anything?
personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real...
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your... I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion...
Shelves full of biographies of...
A true cultural touchstone in...
The Greatest Innocence. I was just looking for a book at the end there.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. That's the spirit. Here we go. Question. Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
Yeah, encyclopedia. Give me all the hints.
Pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocent. Thanks for nothing. Dolores Day. Dolores.
Dolores Day?
Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state.
I didn't realize I was answering the question. I thought...
And created modern institutions. Among her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes,
okay, fine,
the quiz is
Atlantic.
impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the
Sola?
incorrect. Sola was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence. Sola resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed him for not taking the side of the left during the turn of the century revolution. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again? Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence?
I
Easy.
don't know.
Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Vesper?
Incorrect. Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa and Messina. Care to try again? An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world, a literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general.
What?
At least the parts that matter.
I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
Literally no, but sure.
Great. Dolores.
Stop saying Dolores. Fine.
Incorrect again.
Goddamn.
While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like, please, relax. Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the inter-isolari real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission. But at the same time,
it's
the
Senator
rise in
Armstrong
ability provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
Step in the despicable. A Kendra? Kendra?
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the mid-northern area of the Muwindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacific Mare Interregnum. Care to try again?
You gonna be helpful this time?
There exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This,
that was useful like 3 questions ago.
Spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members. There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
I guess? Dolores?
No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true. Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences. Some assumed to have innocentic qualities. Some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic
I need to get going. I need to go get the smoker.
Most famous and important of these
Let me
was
out,
Eleanor
please.
Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much.
Dang it.
This is the most important one. Question 4.
Dolores.
Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. I've got it. Honest.
Dolores.
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade, an F for failure. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Close the book. Gone. Get me out. Well, that succeeded in wasting my time. Now I need to go get the smoker. I don't even know what for. Wait, no. I know what for. He's the second of the 3 members of the mercenary company. That's right. Of the 2 living ones, he comprises 1/2. Okay. Then glow of light rises from the east. Cool. Oh, hey.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Yes, the cleaning
Beautiful.
lady let us in.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for,
Beautiful.
yes. My street lamp casts shadows on his chin.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Oh. Very well. First I wanted to talk to you.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for.
He takes another drag of his...
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
Only if you promise we'll talk again, it's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
Okay. I guess we'll interview the Sunday friend instead. What
And
the
he's
hell
gone
that
again.
is.
Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
There's something different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
Something so mysterious.
Something so mysterious about the way he talks.
Why are you holding
Very.
back laughter?
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in love.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend.
Very well. First, I must investigate literally everything in this room. What? Hell yeah, I'll take your hat. What? Why? No. I must investigate everything. Okay, fine.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Yes.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Ask him where the rope came
we
from.
got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in.
That didn't work at all. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Oh, fine. What's an official like you doing in Martin?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here, in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
Okay. What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
It doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément.
Okay.
Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stabilité works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2%
But
of
not
what?
too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
Not answering
The
my
coalition
questions.
believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral interne. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad.
Wow.
You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral in whatever
Okay,
you
let's
wish.
talk about
officer.
something else. I thought, oh no. You actually witnessed.
I'm
the
sorry to
lunch.
say I did, officer.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Start from the beginning.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not
Why
be
did
seeing
it get
this.
brighter all of a sudden?
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Think we've got the picture? Anything
Only that
else?
there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
If I told you.
A fugitive? Well, I would say that is very bad indeed. What sort of a fugitive are we talking about here?
Like corporate
That is
espionage
extremely
stuff.
serious. Corporate espionage may technically be legal in Revachol, but elsewhere it's a very high-level offense. It violates a number of international agreements. In particular, this fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately.
A moment, if you don't mind, sir. You do realize what you're doing, don't you?
Of course, you're turning over a dangerous lawbreaker.
I could get in real trouble if I tell him about her, huh? But she might deserve it. But also that would get me in a lot of shit.
Very real. I won't tell you how to do your job, but remember, this is an RCM matter.
He won't tell you how to do your job, but a good police officer knows when to listen to his partner. When you turn back, the man is looking at you, expectantly.
I'm still looking for the fugitive. We'll report if we
I
learn
understand
anything
that
more.
you are here to investigate a murder. But I must impress upon thousands of corporate secrets may be at stake here.
It's certainly serious, sir. But there's also the question of jurisdiction. The Wayfarer Act places certain strictures on what matters the RCM may involve itself in.
You're right, of course. What use are protocols if you don't follow them? I only pray that the ICP apprehends this fugitive before more corporate secrets are lost. Now, was there anything else you wish to discuss?
Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
How did you two even become friends? The two worlds just aren't matching up.
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Friend, the smoker on the balcony.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the economics.
I don't need the
It is a
platitudes, I
cornerstone of
need
our
answers. What's
Officer,
the real name?
You have to understand. I can't give you his personal information.
Yes, you can.
I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
All you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a
Which
truly free
arts?
spirit. He likes all the arts.
All of them.
Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment? By yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
I'm not hearing anything.
The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
It's
My
asking
friend
about
comes
your
and goes.
friend.
I'm sure you've seen him around.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
Very odd. I have something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
The
coalition, the economy
maybe-
impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat.
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
Whatever you wish, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk
It's
later?
against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Of course.
Yeah, you didn't help, like, at all. In fact, you were useless to me. You didn't answer shit. That didn't help at all. That was literally useless. Well, that sucks. I guess I'll go to the Whirling and Rags. Got nowhere else to go.
Yes? Me?
Hey, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We're better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket on
What? These? It's just seasonal clothing.
Those look like airman pants. Good for storing tools.
Where is this going?
See, Kim, I have this place in my head. I've developed new ideas and connections.
Interesting.
It's no mere brain.
No. Normal people don't have this. It's like a mind laboratory, a spiritual R&D division. No, a palette. No, better yet, a painter's atelier of concepts.
Art cup.
Art cup. Okay, indeed. And in this atelier, I have realized that you harbor some kind of sentiment toward the Revolutionary
I
Air
do not
Brigades.
harbor a sentiment for Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just air brigades,
Okay,
then?
I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Fair enough. You're sure the Revolutionary was... Thank you. My
Good.
mind is satisfied. Do you ever talk
do you
with
mean?
yourself? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like,
I have
your
no
brain?
idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook. We all have our different mediums. His is written. You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
So special are you? Wearing
That's
glasses.
correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
He feels like urged the lieutenant down for that. Just to
I
play
guess
that.
you don't need glasses, then.
Tell me a
No.
secret.
Your
Yes,
brain
okay.
sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them.
Dang.
You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to
Something
me?
the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
What can I do about
Nothing.
it?
You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it. If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
What? I look like other
That's
people.
because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Fair enough.
I don't speak a word of Seolite, and I've never met either one of my grandparents. There is nothing ethnic I can tell you, or anyone else. Good. Let's change the subject.
I guess it's good night then.
Yes?
Kim never lets me in his word.
The bed is still cold from the broke.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window.
I should
The
probably
mattress
fix
creaks
that.
as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Although I guess it's
Here
not.
we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
What the fuck?
You're not cooperating, brother man.
What? Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
What the fuck?
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way.
Oh.
As for your kidneys, you've
Yeah, that
really been compounding the damage lately.
These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity. Wait, wasn't this the express to fuck all Burrow? Oh yeah, from the beginning. I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art. I think I need medical attention. I'll endure this
There's
pain with
no
dignity.
dignity here. Only reflections of your body mass. Flashes of the day. You keep coming back to yourself in the mirror. But why? To admire all your accomplishments?
Yeah, sure.
You're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Human beings will always betray you? I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like
Sure
them.
you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
No.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness?
Maybe.
Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it.
Yeah.
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Okay. At least it's not as disruptive as the first night. Oh, time to find wherever Kim is.
Yes?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Oh. Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
Have I wronged you? Done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay. Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct are you
precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
What?
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
In place, right?
I don't.
Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
What are you, the police,
I'm just
doing
looking
here?
out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two, is making her uncomfortable.
You see. So who
You
the hell
look
are
like
you?
shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Let's see. I know, it's intentional.
Like undercover?
Well, as far as disguises go, this is one of the best I've seen. I mean, I could swear you're an actual bum.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where?
Yes.
From another life?
From another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
31st?
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good.
Talk about this hypothetical Station 41.
Okay.
So what would our relationship be in this alternate
Let's be crazy.
universe?
Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Seem like a cool guy.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
Actually, I shouldn't have called you my partner. Kim's my partner. He's gonna know.
I'm not your partner. This union is temporary.
A little premonition for you, Lieutenant. Sooner
Wow.
or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest you should fuck off. When that happens, I suggest you take his advice.
The lieutenant merely bows his head in response.
I see. Do you have a crime
Oh,
to
no,
solve?
no, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
Yeah, you're kind of being useless.
You're not going to believe this, but police officers, yes sir, solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Who's the far-out son of Lang?
Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about?
Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Have some questions.
But what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? No, you will not start blabbering about that asshole.
He didn't answer your question.
Wow.
No.
Why not?
Because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
You don't want to answer questions. Maybe you want to hear me say things?
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay, this person who was shot and then made to look like he was hanged. He might have been shot by the people hanging. May have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged. The person who we think shot him made it look like he was hanged. We're looking for her and can't find her.
Where have you looked for her?
I think she may be on the
West
coast.
of here? Tough luck. The place is ruined from the bombardment. A lot of places to hide there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, why am I telling you
I
these
don't know.
things?
Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Watch out for yourself.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I know, super
There's
weird.
something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station. I don't know if he'll answer that.
Yes, just cross it off the list.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Look, I have to ask, are we from the same
I'm going
station?
to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
I don't even know what I want to level. Maybe drama? Actually. Yes, drama, actually. Because if I put on... that and that, I look like half a clown, but also I might get something out of her. the answer I'm finally looking for. To shut up the voices.
Hello, officer?
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
Wow,
Take it
surprised,
easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Yes.
Yeah.
Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Okay. That's not your... You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she said.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone can know the number. And someone that coughed.
But
that
I know
means
the
nothing.
time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
Like your name, for
I
instance.
agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay, it's not.
good. You can tell me the
I love
truth.
your work every week. It's all transmitted to common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Then tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Rosine.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
It's not a Norwegian name. It's not even Mundi. It's Brad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name.
Finally, we meet.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
All right. Kim, why have we not arrested
There may be
her?
grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
If I told you you're under
But I haven't
arrest.
done anything. Anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You misinterpreted information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing. A suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. Industrial espionage. No, I don't care about that. You misrepresented information about the case.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please, no. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
How could she have... why do you think it was
She
her?
has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is... sex?
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember?
Yep.
Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching? Yet again, you're coming up with this. The worst thing is, it may be true.
Yeah, that's... But there is this set of footprints that doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up with the odd soul ones. Unless Ruby changed shoes, which doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that? Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased. Was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Both could be equally true. One doesn't discount the other. And how could she have killed
You've been
him?
through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
I see.
Okay. And what? Arrest the... Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there.
It's all good, but I think we should take you in. Ooh.
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Oh. I don't... After she told us that, then again, that just throws more suspicion off of her. It doesn't actually... There's one thing that still doesn't line up at all. Like, negatively lines up. Nobody heard the shot. Not one person even mentioned it. Except for her. And cleaning up the shot. How? He was clearly shot. We have all the evidence for that, but no one heard it? No one at all. I don't believe. I don't believe you. It's all good. I think we should take you in, just in case.
Still? After all this, sir, please. It's shitty, but I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and ground into paste just because I disturbed the sanctity of accounting.
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
What other options do I
You
have?
have those station calls, right? Where I have to show up at the station or I'll become a fugitive. You can write me one. You don't have to take me in right now. I promise I won't go out anymore at night. I'll be right here. I know you can do that. Just let me come in on my own. In 2 months, or maybe even 1 month.
You do have the form.
That's it. I'm calling it. Kim is beyond compromised.
Uh-oh. Is Kim?
Definitely, sire.
That's what I was thinking. What'll have changed in 2 months or 1 month?
Everything could change. This city, the extradition rules, the people after me could be in jail. Or maybe Revachol. Maybe Revachol could be free. I could be tried in a free Revachol. An independent state that doesn't hand its detainees over to the moral intern.
I find that hard to believe, miss.
Yeah, I don't. No. You like the sound of that? Another Revachol? Not on my watch. This has nothing to do with anything. I kind of agree. That doesn't really do anything. Because that's not going to change. This has nothing to do with anything.
The political gambit. This was her last card. There is nothing more she can say. The final decision is yours.
What do you deserve, then?
I don't know. To spend my days with smoke, drink, and dance. Wallowing in shit. Just like everyone else.
She looks at you in silence, her face filled with fear, lips parted. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. You'd be without your partner for the rest of the day. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
That is true logic. It all sticks. She doesn't deserve the station call. She doesn't. She's done nothing but lie to me and cover up information and then tell me things I already know. The shit with Ruby, she's just been throwing suspicion from herself to Ruby. And there's still the bit that doesn't line up. Ruby being infatuated with her makes sense. I'll say that much. So I don't think that's a lie. Especially that we had to press her to get it. But I also don't think... I guess I'll know more once I get Ruby, but... She doesn't... No, she doesn't deserve the station call. She doesn't deserve that courtesy anymore. She's made this so much more difficult. Yeah.
I will escort you to the motor carriage outside, miss.
With a muffled whimper, she extends her wrists. They're white, bony, exposed below the rolled-up sleeves of her jumpsuit.
This won't be necessary. I will take you to Station 57 myself and slow the extradition process as much as I can. It may be possible to stall it indefinitely, but you will be safer there for the purposes of this investigation. I can do this on my own.
Agreed.
She's not an immediate flight risk. See you tomorrow morning, officer. Downstairs, at the Whirling in Rags.
Very well.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone who's got to keep it sane around here. What an odd thing to say to myself. This is because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, right?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
No more talk. No more talk. Sign me up for the passport.
I knew we could trust you. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, we are all going to be so much happier.
I don't know about that one. No. The worst of all possible worlds. I'm by myself. Well, hopefully I won't need backup when looking for Ruby. There's no way I'm delaying that. Oh, the Hardy Boys aren't around anymore. And Kim's car is gone, but I have all his tools, so it's fine. Oh. Oh, okay.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this.
Pull the
Grab
lever.
the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the water lock, it starts moving.
Yay, very, very slowly. Oh, they also removed the sign. That's probably what caused the damage, actually. Oh. I probably should have paid up my room tab before I left, but oh well. Maybe there's something inside? Money! Oh, wow. I think I found where that car landed. What is this? Oh, magnesium. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. I almost said lollies. That doesn't make any sense. Motor candies? Motor candies doesn't make any sense. Tire tracks footprint. I found the car. Take that.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water.
Right.
That rebel who jumped the canal and broke the water lock, this is their doing.
This is where the rebel... Not so daring
The motor
anymore.
carriage sits in the salty ocean water, cold and sad. It doesn't have an opinion.
I'm beginning to think that this was Ruby. This is the lady driver.
A seagull takes off from the half.
The timing actually does line
it's
up.
almost like the bird is acknowledging your decision. You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some
That's
motor
delicious.
carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over the cold metal. What's the making of this MC? Can I see a
The
logo?
logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
How long has it been?
The accident couldn't have happened too long ago. The ice hasn't closed up around the vehicle,
Yeah.
so the crash must have happened last Saturday or Sunday. The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Probably when I arrived, or after. Run your hand over the
The
cold
motor
metal.
carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
Well, well. Looks like Jacob Irv's journey came to an
Your
abrupt
mocking
end.
tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ.
The sad sunken vehicle refuses to respond.
should I
Although
do?
the sunken motor carriage is probably flattered by you addressing it, it does not supply an answer. Wait for the low tide. Then you should be able to access the cabin.
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. How long am I going to be waiting?
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Whistle a tune.
Spit flies from your mouth to your mustache, your chest, the ground. In some way,
Wow.
it is still sad that no living thing other than seagulls is here to witness a man in his prime trying to learn to whistle. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Wonder what all these people in the city are doing. I'm sure is taking his sweet time.
Dreaming, drinking, fucking, fighting, trying to improve their lives, wishing for a better tomorrow.
I'm sure it's
It's
taking his
unclear
sweet time.
whether the sunken vehicle agrees or not, but merely uttering these words gives you the illusion of time speeding up. Just like how the crazy daredevil piloting that vehicle must have accelerated into the sea. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
And this is
Yes,
taking
it
a
is.
long time.
It feels as the city behind you grows silent in the waiting. Seems like an
I'm gonna
eternity
spend all
has
day
passed.
doing this, aren't I?
A dim light scatters from the cloud cover above the city. In it, you can see the blue and white motor carriage slowly appear from the water, centimeter
Yay.
by centimeter. It's a Caprice 40, a workhorse of the motor park. Favored
And hey,
by
I
the working
called
men,
it.
government offices, firefighters, I guess.
Well, they
maybe
told me
animal
the
control
answer,
people.
but still.
You know, those kind of people.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, Harry. It's the number 41, the number of our precinct. I hoped you would come back for me.
Oh. This is mine. This is my car. Not happening. Oh, please. 41. Even the motor carriage is mine. Literally any... Oh, God,
I'm so
no.
sorry, Harry. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Drove my car into the sea.
Yes, Harry, you did.
No.
The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can move on.
The badge, the gun, and now
Keep
this?
moving. You're a shark. You stop, you die.
Okay. You're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
After losing every single thing you were entrusted with, I wouldn't hold my breath.
How do we get you out?
We don't.
Maybe I was in
You were
pursuit?
not.
Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Oh,
An aggressive-looking seagull
I should
lands
have
on the
known when it
swing set
said it
and
was
stares at
popular
you
with
with a
cops.
murderous look. You really need to keep moving. Kingdom of Confidence.
What a
The kingdom of
strange
conscience
picture.
will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Moralists heal 1 + 1 morale. Okay. It's kind of meh. I'm not angry at that one, though. It's not actively screwing me over. It's just, very odd. Well, time to see what was in the car. Ah, my badge. And a commander's jacket? Is that better than mine? Spirit, decor, visual, calculus, empathy. Yeah, it is actually. Wow, that does not fit. A bottle drained of its booze is frozen in the ice. Yep, sounds like me. God dang it. We lead away from the... Wait, so if those are my footprints, then... where did I go? Is the boat tucked away? Closed card. Ah, a bow tie. Ah yes, make myself look more like a clown. I needed it. That's odd that there's just a chair, a bow tie, and a postcard. Terms of life in the north. Cinder blocks. Shard, a makeshift fire pit. Oh, people. Time to steal their money. Wilson? Really do look like a clown. White curtains have been shut. No looking in. Quick travel? Wait, there's quick travel? Oh. Fair enough. Whetstone, well worn, covered in rust. And what's this? More money. Locked tight. Can't see in the house from this angle. Dang it. Why am I so interested in this house? 50 cents. What are these doing in the fish? What? Or what doing in the... Cavalry boots? Cavalry boots. +1 perception. Sure. What? I agree. What were those doing in there? Oh, hey.
I'll just keep the
Joyce.
Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty?
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, Detective. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you
Nothing
here?
really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Are you here to spy on me?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordeleche red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse? And who is this scamp, anyway?
Who's this scamp? Want me to look
No
into
need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
Fair enough. So, how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
Yeah,
Water
that is
drips
what I
down
asked.
eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear. All right. Politics time. Let's react. Real men. Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
Place is doomed either way. Right to be scared, this is all your fault. You're in no danger, no. Try not to be scared, this is how the real city looks. Place is doomed either way.
Maybe.
It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks. And swords. Tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner.
The archetype.
They're digging them up from the catacombs now. Fixing them. Old caches from the revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches. Flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
This fishing village?
No. They're in Celindian, Isla.
No, it's an Isla,
I'm
exactly.
guessing you don't know then.
No.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion. That's so
I knew
mean.
you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me, I have
hear
time.
you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit.
I found my
I
badge.
love you did.
She is memorizing your badge number.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Freighter? I thought my name was Harry. Now I'm confused.
More
Questions
lessons
about
in
reality.
basic reality? My favorite part of the day.
Well,
Go ahead, ask me anything.
roll them dice.
A strange coldness
Dang.
comes over you.
Where
We're
are we?
in Martinez, baby.
Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself.
Aren't we all?
She refers to your corresponding ages.
What is
Martinez
Martinez?
is a district of Revachol. A very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour, north of the 881 and Jamrock.
I see.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution. It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol?
Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
Kind of city.
Great kind.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
What makes Revachol great?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
I hear.
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
So we're an unimportant part of an important place?
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
A sparkle of lights on the horizon, like morning stars above the curvature of the planets.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Silence. She lowers her hand. The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Observe the large body.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence. This is one thought you need.
Was there something else you wanted to know? Glad to have been of assistance. Hi, officer.
You.
Anything I can help you with?
That depends. Where are we?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Illisible. The sign on the street
Fine.
leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
I see. What's your
The
name?
name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Fair enough. Nice sword. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Do you know how to
Not
use it?
really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
Isn't that what guns are
Guns
for?
are expensive and fragile, I think. Besides, I got kids. Can't have guns around them, and sometimes a sharp blade is enough to keep folks at bay.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Can I borrow it?
No, I'm afraid not.
Dang.
Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. It would put me in an early grave.
I don't know women arm themselves if it's so effective. No, I don't want to ask that. So where are all the men
Some
now?
went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
Wait. Where's your husband now? He disappeared? Sounds like a missing person. Gone where?
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
I guess? Why are you telling me this, electrochemistry? That there's nothing as shit on death. What the fuck? You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. What? Really is the best cure for sorrow. It's healthy to let go and move on. Gotta keep the
Us
wheels
working
spinning.
folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
What? I'm looking for someone. Maybe you
Let's
can help.
see. Who are you looking for?
Looking for a suspect who might have stayed in the neighborhood.
When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
Missing cryptozoologist?
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
People look for animals who are hard to find.
Aha! Like snowmen.
Snowmen? Haven't heard of them.
2 old guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Where did they go?
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
That's it.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
I've been seeing the suggestion to make that possible. Plus, I don't even know a spot. Guess it'd be nice for Dubois. But hello?
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
I heard there was a girl who has armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get them?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
Where are the gloves now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid. Why?
Need those gloves. Need them for a very important police investigation.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Fair enough. Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Luby. Ruby.
Well, it's not.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl. But she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can. But then Uller.
That doesn't help. Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
We met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
What's that? Point at the stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling.
It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
Hmm. Can I have it?
Sure. Just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
What's that thing you're
It's
holding?
Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Looks soft.
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he
Sure.
soft?
Okay, fine. Alright, now I just need to get that stupid bird. Oh. Okay, or I can just grab it. I thought that would have been a challenge. Alright, beneath the sandcastle.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network. The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
That's just to protect me from harm, not
The
to show
hardened,
off.
vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
One down, two to go.
Are you sure you're correct there? There was a helmet too. 3 pieces more like. It may be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
That might actually, yeah, that might actually. Hard move? Should probably ask more people in the village if they saw any, if they know of a ruby. least I know her when I'll see her.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the Apricot Sujunti.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
No cause trouble, I take care of trouble.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before?
No, not you personally.
Oh.
I meant the RCM.
Fair enough.
Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Which is odd. If I'm considered an ill omen, why has no one told me that? Yeah.
Maybe they are afraid because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Red-haired woman.
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Ah, yeah, the cataracts. Okay, but do you know who I'm talking
This
about?
is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
This is like when that man locked himself inside the woodshed. Just need her to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something. You've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now,
Ruby was here. Ask her about lodgings.
And where would someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
I don't know if I can... How much is
I
it?
won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
I see. This guy Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die in the cold. Okay, I'll take it.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
I won't. Calm down. Alright. Need to talk to someone else. There were people over here. How much life in this place, eh? Oh. I have to go all the way around. Gimme.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I am the law. Who's Abigail?
Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
I concur.
Tequila!
Uh-oh.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake
So
his
what's
hand.
happening?
Wait, tequila.
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
I like reality-based adventures.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These
Odd
people know
two
your true name.
choices.
Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Looks like it preceded you, Mr. Sunset. Not too hot. I'm on a 50-year losing streak. Oh no, people tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. Re-entered reality to conquer it. Bend it to my will. On a 50-year
That's
losing
harsh.
streak.
I'm like 3 or maybe 4 years into mine. Wait, no. Make it 5.
Looks at his shit-stained Lycra TM with a grim expression.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
Well, shit. I know what a tequila sunset is. I unironically know how to make one. It's tequila and grenadine. And orange juice.
You too, Tequila.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know
I like
you?
buddies.
Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Good to see you too,
So
friend.
what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
We know each
Sure,
other?
friend. You know it.
Don't mind old Rosemary here. He's a buffoon. Let's have a word after your high-concept transactions. I'll give you the lowdown.
In the civilized world,
Tequila.
Wow. Everyone, literally everyone here has been amazingly unhelpful.
The scruffy-haired little boy, the other one, looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Have you seen any bad
What
people
bad
around?
people?
Criminals, dangerous
No.
women.
We're not really supposed to talk to strangers, you know?
Are you drunk too? Lily, your
Yes.
sister? Okay.
Yes.
You must be Lilliana's
This one
twins.
doesn't say anything. Kick.
Lily's our mum.
Okay. You're shockingly unhelpful. Lazul. Who runs from the west? The kid should tell you who killed the merc. What? Why would they know? Why would they know who killed the merc? This Ruby decided to confide literally everything into them. Useless children. Throw them in the trash. Oh, I literally can't go this way. Yes. This is my very first playthrough. I have no idea what happens. Bars cover the long, dusty windows.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Makes sense. Wait, church. Oh, is this the church area? I didn't... I like how they're glasses that remove perception. They actively hinder you. Amazing. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Is it actually painted red, or is it the fuel that the other lady was using? Tarp will keep neither rain nor snow nor... What's the point of it? Give me my 30 cents.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is
Don't
it?
you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that.
Oh. I literally only just now saw that guy.
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
It's a dead corpse, isn't
Yes. A sense of dread washes over you as...
Well...
A man lies on the boardwalk. His
I
limbs
wish
bent
Kim was
and neck
here.
turned at an unnatural angle. Right next
Dang
to him
it.
is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Alright, study his clothing.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
At least we know what he liked to eat.
You
Search his
find
pockets.
some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Where the hell is there a library around here? The closest place is like the bookstore, but I don't think they have a library card. Study
The man
him.
has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
So, working theory, he got drunk, broke the board, and hit his head?
A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
What about this one?
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine his head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
Step on the floor.
They
kids.
screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Yep. Examine the
A
bottle.
0.75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too, to hide the stench of alcohol, no doubt.
Makes sense. Makes enough sense.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you
Well, what
take
should I do with that? Wait. No.
A man lied. First, you need to talk with the lieutenant. Then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
Well, damn, that kind of sucks. I have to leave him out here for an entire day. Because Kim is off carting our suspect to the station.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Well, we have a potential name, Billy.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Yeah, looking so.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Well, at least we've established his taste.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Why did he have a library card for Jamrock or in Martinez?
You should first decide what to do with the corpse before taking any further actions.
Yeah, I concur
Police
with
badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
The man in the photo looks at you solemnly.
Oh, Lieutenant 2F JFR. That's what she was reading from. It doesn't actually say my first name. Studying
Encased
badge.
between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Rank? Lieutenant 2JF1?
That's what it says on the badge. You should look at the badge when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is around. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it.
Alright, I'll look at that later then. The stupid Kim has to be off. I need him. Yeah, I think I want to study the fair weather. I want to complete that thought. I am very curious. What's in the garbage can?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Oh. He must have been eating this when he died. That would be why the sauce is still on his chest. Who eats a kebab with sauce? Whatever.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
Well, seems like he was having a night of debauchery. Examine the
Whoever
package.
tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
I needed more tar in my cigarettes.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol.
Shish Kebab?
It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet.
Interesting. So he couldn't have been here for more than a day or two. Oh, we got a time frame for him. Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Mmm. Tasty. Oh yeah, so this is where they kept all the money. All the money in Revachol is in literally this abandoned
Someone
church.
has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer
It's
look.
streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed.
Such a poor place.
dangling
Martinez has a
arm
lot
suggests that there
of
might be a
change
jacket
lying around.
beneath the
It's
crusty
kind of
filth.
odd.
It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
I want it. I don't even know what I can do with it, but I want it. I think they explain it by saying it's the drunks hiding money and forgetting where they hid it. That would make sense. Seems to be a lot of that going around. You're the smoker.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
Right. He was magical. Magically bureaucratic. Didn't like him as much as I like you. I didn't. He's a government official. I don't trust governments.
I told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Why was he staying in your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I see. What are you? You two.
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
I see. Who is
A
it?
visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return. To his
From where?
opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
I want to talk to about other people.
What
I want
about
to
me,
talk about
gendarme?
you. Tell me about that muscular type who came to
Oh yes,
investigate
let's
the
see.
crime.
He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you.
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about
What
your friend? Your Sunday friend, the
No.
witness.
I don't think it came up.
What did he look
Muscular,
like?
handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Oh. That's the leader of the Scabs, who's one of the 3 members of the Mercs. He must have been asking questions. Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
I see. Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Ah.
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thank you for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room is upstairs. Yeah.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
Rolling those dice.
It's the sports.
Yeah, I didn't
He's a
think.
sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
Bye-bye,
No.
gendarme.
There's something more to him. I just can't.
Can I help you?
Gart, I found a new bird.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. I just thought it looked nice on the wall. Wanted to apologize for breaking the great school by bringing you this ruffed grouse.
Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. Well, I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk to the asshole here.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Cool shapes. Are you wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening, though. Who is this guy?
This is my partner. I already know it's my partner. He just won't admit it. Let's talk about the hangman.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
Okay, the person who was shot and hanged might have been shot by the person who made it look like he was
A cover-up. What the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
I know, right? But what's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
I'm not gonna run down every option with him. Oh, the Hardy Boys are still here. I thought they would have left. Mostly because I arrested the chick.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Man, how did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Maybe if I wipe my hands on my pants?
What? No. Then it'll just be on your pants. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Dang.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable
Why did I
crunch.
fondle the
There
shit
is no
jacket
why.
again? Okay. I wonder if I can clean it somehow. I mean, I would think to just put it in the sea. I mean, it can't get any worse, right? Like, it actively can't
You
get
sit
worse.
on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
Oh. Didn't know that was another way of passing time. Wait, he said something about my gun. I can't remember who has it.
Hello again. How can I help you?
I want to sell things to you.
Sure. Let me have a look.
Let's see.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
This. Postcard. Don't need it. I literally bought that from him. Postcard. Blue pen. The lieutenant's own handkerchief. No.
Another time back.
Oh wait, no.
Hello again.
Where's my gun?
Sure thing.
Any ideas where I can find this
My
buyer?
apologies, officer.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Sure, man.
Except I'm not working for Everard, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Wait, I can just teleport. What am I doing? Why can't I teleport? There's a door here, but I can't use it. The game just says no. Must be her boat. Wait. Oh, is this the room she was offering me?
The key turns with a satisfying click. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
No, I don't want to shave. You can't stop me. I think he looks better with them.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something hard wrapped in paper. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
Why is there a bullet here?
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Wait, she let me in.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face.
Why did she let me in if this room contains evidence, why? Now that makes more sense. This is a better coat, though. I need different paint. And I should have worked harder at getting those boots.
Our tenant, the policeman.
But oh well.
I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you
I
wash it?
can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Shadows just jumped. Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
I'm guessing you didn't put it there. Ruby did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Her hands move into the water buckets and water sloshes over the
As
edge.
I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
Okay. Said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
With the dogs?
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Dang it. Why is Kim's car so loud? Heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witnessed that kind of behavior?
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset.
See.
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the communal life. But I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do.
Well, that fits in with the other people I've seen. Did she have any technical equipment with her? Like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made.
I see.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Is the room exactly as she left
I
it?
cleaned it, like I always do.
Is there anything else?
No.
The truth, sire.
Okay. What is she like? No. Where did she
I
go?
don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Further up the coast we go then. Right, this place is huge. Sure she didn't go somewhere more pleasant and less wet. Further up the
Are
coast.
you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
No, you can do it. You still have plenty of juice in you before you drop. Behind the cinder block houses, old pre-war ruins rise to the sky like dark palaces. The wind calls.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
Maybe.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
It'll all depend on her. An interesting coat. I think it'll do. So, as I, to be honest, kind of expected, she moved north toward the ruins. I would have thought that she would. Because she already insinuated she wasn't in the village, so... Slit in the concrete here. A sewer? Maybe. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Dial a random number. It's only 10 cents. I'm curious where this
Calling.
goes.
Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Maybe not.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
No, this is not
Do you have
Pierre.
any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
Just calling a random number and you somehow ran with it. No, I'm
To
a police
hell with
officer.
the police.
Her voice is drowned in white noise.
Okay. Oh. I don't know what I expected, and I'm somehow still disappointed. Right. So that phone works. Dead phone, smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. So... But there's only 2 places people could have called us from. Literally that phone? Or try the phone again? Okay. I can try the phone again. Got plenty of money to spare. Now that I have a free home that I'm probably going to be killed in.
The handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Do it again.
Calling. Still calling. Again? Seriously?
Yeah, why not?
Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
A good point.
No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Get his wife on the phone. I would... What? Hey Gerard, get your wife for me, will you?
Who is this?
It's Harry. It's Pierre? It's Harry.
Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that?
Oh no. Guillemon Le Million.
Very funny, asshole. Why don't you grow up? Oh, and Disco is dead.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Dang it. One more.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Oh. I would do that if I needed the money, but I don't. Seem to be in some kind of trouble. Maybe I can help you.
The
I'm a
phone
police officer.
gets hanged up fast as lightning. Disconnect tone.
Dang. Random people on the phone are nice to me. Is that a way to go? No. But Harry seems like he knows where to go. Get him, champ. Okay. Oh. Feel the shadow of a very large building fall. Yeah, no shit.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Rattle the doors.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
Rattle me bones. Inspect
The
the
carving on the
carpenter.
door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over
The
a
surface
beam.
is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Disgusting. Take a closer
This
look.
cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the
You
sticker.
see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen
This actor who played the narrator is a singer for a British ska band? Huh. Makes sense. He has a great voice. Makes it so modern.
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Take another look at the boring padlock for absurdity's sake.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles to... It'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
I must peel the sticker.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Put the sticker on your ledger, right on the cover. Shake it off with your thumb. No, I can't do that. Put the sticker in your ledger after the last entry where it belongs.
Looks like today was a gold star day.
Yeah. Inspect the
The
staple.
padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Well, not okay. I need the tool. Where's my tools? Pry bar.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. A minute or
Dang it.
so of mauling away at the lock has led to no success. The pry bar in your hand is giving you 0 mechanical advantage. The doors remain unchanged.
Shouldn't I just be
closed
able to
with a
punch the door open with these stupid gloves I got? Wait, will one of these help? Motorics, psyche, intellect help. Nope, literally neither would help. Oh, but there's a ladder. Alter shrouded in darkness. Something like that. It's too dark to tell. Oh, I can't climb the ladder? That seems strange. Like, I can't even examine it. It's just nothing. What? What is a bunker doing here? Plastic gears used to turn the whole machine. Building before you housed the engine. Must have been a big one. Chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
The concrete structure looks military in origin. Over half a century old at least, but sturdily built.
Open the
You
door.
rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with
Dang.
all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Know what's inside. How
You
can I get
can't.
in?
This door cannot be opened, ever. At least you can think about opening it, about doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental to your life. Perhaps something useful.
Thank you, conceptualization. I will think about open doors from now on. I still need to find where the shots could have been taken from. So I made a campfire here a long time ago. Must have broken control box for radio relay tower.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
And the campfire was used by the perpetrator?
To warm his hands before he pulled the trigger. There are no markings on the ground for a tripod. He would have had to lie on a mattress. This is simply not a good spot for a 1.2 kilometer shot.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower, took the shot from
The
there.
salty water has corroded the ladder to nothing but two thin orange rails. In addition, there is no stable nest up there. It would have been useless.
Look over the
There,
water.
1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. The light is off on the third floor of the whirling in rags. The young woman is gone in precinct 57. Safe, closed off. Her form no longer moves behind the glass there.
No way they could have taken the shot from here. Scented scarf? I found it in a box in like the most dilapidated abandoned village I've ever seen in my life. What scent is it possibly gonna have? Aside from awful. Boardwalk rises to the south, casts a long shadow over you. There's also a dead guy there, but I can't do anything about it because Kim isn't here. I gained a white polo. But why? Even I don't have answers. Is there a way to get up there? No. Is this? Yep, that look. Well, there's also that. But I don't think I can get there. Like, I'd have to get Joyce's boat or something to go there. I don't think I can get there by myself. Unfortunately. Unless Kim had a really good plan. But somehow I think the conversation would have gone around to either the bunker or Joyce's boat. Since she seems to be the only one who's vaguely helpful. And even then, I think she's trying to manipulate me.
Doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular...
Yeah. Nothing I can do with that. Thought?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Yell ho into the
There's
slit.
no echo and no answer.
Oh. What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Oh, I thought it said a spawn drain. I was like, what? But no, storm drain. Probably. Would make sense. The tire of a motor carriage. What's a motor carriage doing under there? Well, who's this?
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this gem.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting.
Oh.
It looks like some kind of trap.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officer.
How the hell did you recognize that I'm from the
Is
police?
that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be moral, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken. And we can't go all the way around the 881.
The 881 is a
now.
raised motorway that separates Martinez from Jamrock. The labyrinth of streets underneath it makes it difficult to pass. Not like walking over a nice water lock.
The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it.
Good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon.
He's so
If you
angry
see
at
Lena,
Gary.
Tell her I won't be long. I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
Alright. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair? Seemed to be on the run.
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
Alright. Well, I'll be going then. Did I have another thought that I wanted to... You know what? Fine. I will think about this one more door concept.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Wait, I can't see anything interesting.
You don't have a reason to. Yet.
What's this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
Don't see anything yet, it says. Can you be less suspicious? Is that even physically possible for you? No boat in the boathouse today. That's a tiny boathouse. The coolest shades. It's shoddily constructed. Yeah, they all look like crap. Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench, covered in rust. Size says entry inter... People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Well, yeah, what do you think is dilapidated? Fucking idiot.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Why this has so many bullet holes?
A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall.
Oh.
There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet, no sound. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. The sun blazes high up in the sky, baking the planks, the sand, your skin. The order was carried out in the afternoon. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains.
What is this?
The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed.
I guess we'll just go down in order, like the
A
people
host
against
of
the
men,
wall.
probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background.
Oh yeah, I'm getting shades of a shade of their untimely demise.
Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who were they?
Leeches, fleas, and thieves, all the freeloader scum living off the hard work of others. Such is your belief.
What? Don't tell me what my belief is Spirit the Corps. The line.
7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one?
Person standing on the side.
The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Who was in this execution? I need to understand.
I'm just a representation of your mental faculties, piecing together any available information. You should probably ask the lieutenant.
Dang it.
A cold sea wind blows.
Once again, I'm thwarted by lack of kin. My one friend in this horrible place. What even is this? I look like a tool. God, I look like an idiot. Really? That's where this ends? This doesn't go anywhere?
There's no way the perk isn't here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get in, though?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points. And dangerous. Dangerous too.
Fair enough, Inland Empire. Alright, finish the thought. I guess there really is nothing else here. Wait a second. What is this? A section of the coast hasn't been used in decades, obviously. We left the village, explore the coast for signs. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces, and check the island. Okay, so the boardwalk must be where Joyce is. There's no way that's not it. Okay, music, you can chill the fuck out for like 2 seconds, please. Letter leads to a school of fish. Capture them. Consume them. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of their mind. Oh, well, yeah, it was me, so probably drunk out of my mind. Yeah, that was the odd room with only a chair and a postcard in it. Very strange. Truck couldn't have come from here. Trees blocked the way. Someone's left their music collection behind the terror column. Tarpaulin? Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Impressive. Swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. No one was missing it. Glory says they're defeated to the ghosts of us. Ghosts of us? Smallest church in Saint something.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
What happened here?
In this yard? Someone thought they could have a summer house on the beach for cheap. It didn't work out. Looks like they abandoned it. The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Up.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Keep the porter reel at the harmless distance and
Then
wait.
the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click.
Karaoke
then
time.
Silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could
Of course
sing.
you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times.
Hell yeah.
Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses.
Nice. Thanks, Encyclopedia.
The B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Well, I guess that'll have to be for next time. So I'll say the thing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sorry I've been inconsistent, but I'll try to be more consistent. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.